Okay, so just begin by finding a nice comfortable seat. Close your eyes, sit tall. This section is very much like the meditation we did. The intention is the same. So the intention in this first part of class is to begin to be aware of what we would call our inside. And generally we call that our thoughts, our emotions, our feelings, our sense perceptions, perception of things like pain or pleasure. And what most of us do is we just unconsciously are driven by these inner workings. So if a situation arises and I have a thought, then I might say something to someone else without actually investigating whether there's real truth to the thought or not. Likewise, if a certain emotion arises, I might do something or be motivated to act without realizing that that emotion may arise from past conditioning or trauma, and that that feeling doesn't actually serve me in my current present circumstance. So ultimately, there really isn't a division or difference between what I'm calling your inside experience and your outside experience. But for many, at a certain stage, it is helpful to think of it this way. So in today's class, we'll go through different postures, different exercises, and what we'd really like to focus on is our own internal response and reaction to these things. So for instance, in a certain posture, I might want to come out of that posture. And obviously, if you're ever not safe doing something, you come out of it. But what is often the case is it's not a matter of safety, it's just a matter of being uncomfortable, not enjoying the sensations we're experiencing. But learning to hold space for what is uncomfortable or difficult is actually a really, really valuable life skill to learn. And like any skill, we can practice and we can get better at it. So let's begin to notice that part of this experience we're having is actually our breath, our own breath. Just by choosing to do so, we can tune in and begin to feel and notice that, yes, my breath has been here all along. Now, I'm not asking you to analyze your breath or to describe it to yourself, rather just to feel the presence of the breath. I'm also not asking you to shut out other things. So you might hear sounds in the background. Indeed, my voice is here. You might notice other sensations. But just allow the breath to be part of the tapestry of this moment. It's one of the things that you are aware of, along with the thoughts and feelings and sensations that might also be arising as part of this moment. Now we'll begin to deepen our breathing. So on the next inhale, you're going to fill first your belly, your ribs, and then your chest. And as you exhale, you reverse that, and that's called Dirga. Make sure that Dirga is actually silent, so it's so slow and controlled. There's no sniffing at the nostrils, there's no sound in your throat. It's just perfectly smooth and silent. And then you begin to intentionally induce sound at the throat, exactly like you would when fogging a mirror. So like fogging a mirror, but with the mouth closed and creating sound both on the inhale and the exhale. And that's Ujjayi. With the next exhalation, let's transition to a tabletop and we'll begin to introduce some simple movement. Inhale, tailbone lifts, belly drops, and crown of the head comes up. Exhale, tuck tailbone, round the back, crown of the head down. Coming back to neutral, we bring the knees together, take a deep breath. As you exhale, drop your hips to the right, look to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale to the other side. Good, coming back to center. Bringing the hands closer. Inhale the right hand up and look up. Exhale that hand down. Inhale the left hand up, look up, and exhale down. Good, side to side. Returning to neutral, we tuck the toes, lift the hips, and then pedal back and forth, rolling over the toes, circling the ankles, bending the knees, and maybe even kicking the legs. Once you've done that, come into your full downward dog. Hands shoulder width, fingers spread wide, index fingers parallel, chest drawing toward the toes, feet hip distance, and heels reaching toward the ground. With our next exhale, let's walk the feet toward the hands, coming into a ragdoll, grabbing the opposite elbow, nodding and shaking the head. And then with arms relaxed, we'll inhale and gradually roll up to standing, stacking ears, shoulders, hips, knees, and heels. Now with the feet touching, inhale, arms up, touch palms, and lift the heart as you lengthen from your pubic bone through your chin. Inhale through center, and as you exhale, release into a forward fold. Inhaling to half lift, and as you exhale, step to the top of a push-up. Try and place the palms directly below the shoulders. Engage the shoulders so you're actively pressing the ground away from you. Align your ears, shoulders, hips, knees, and heels. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, drop the knees and bend the arms, being careful not to allow the shoulders to drop below the elbows. Take a breath here. With the next exhale, lower the rest of the way down. Bring the feet together and press them into the top of the mat. And as you inhale, press into your palms and lift your head, neck, and chest. This is called Cobra. The next exhale, lower back down, press back to tabletop, and then to downward facing dog. From downward dog, inhale to your toes between the hands, and as you exhale, step, jump, or float to the front edge of the mat. Inhale all the way to standing back bend, and then this time grabbing the right wrist with your left hand. Exhale as you send your hips to the right and pull your arm to the left. Lengthen from your waist through your wrist. Inhaling back to center, switch wrists and exhale to the other side. Try and create an even stretch and breathe into that stretch. Let's inhale back to center and exhale into forward fold. Inhale to half lift. And exhale again to the top of a push-up. With knees down, push-ups become about 30% easier, and this is appropriate for people who are lacking a bit in upper body strength, core strength, and also people with injuries. Let's take a nice deep breath, and then as exhales, you come down halfway, knees up or down, and then inhale, straighten the arms and legs for up dog. It may not be apparent, but my knees are actually off the ground, so the legs are active. And if this is too much, then repeat the cobra instead of up dog. As you exhale, pull both feet in at the same time as you lift your hips up and back for downward dog. From down dog, inhale to the toes, look between your hands, and as you exhale, step, jump, or float to the front edge of the mat. Inhale up to standing back bend. Exhale to half moon. Inhale to center, and exhale to half moon. Inhale to center, and exhale to chair pose, Utkatasana. Try and keep your knees over your heels, sink your hips down. Tuck the tailbone and keep the arms up and back, framing the ears. I often use this posture to illustrate what I was speaking about at the beginning of the class. This might be very uncomfortable when the posture is done properly. In fact, another name for this pose is the awkward pose. So notice if you feel awkward, uncomfortable. Can you learn to just allow that discomfort to be there without having to think anything about it? Like, oh, this pose sucks, or I hate this part of the class, or anything like that. Notice any judgments that come along with that. Or having to do anything about it, like come out of the pose. Can you just allow that intense discomfort to be there? Let's take a deep breath in, and we're going to exhale into a forward fold. Inhaling to half lift. If you can, exhale right to the bottom of a push-up. Inhale for up dog or cobra. And then exhale, if you can, put a push-up in on your way back to downward dog. Okay, in down dog, let's bring our feet to touch. We'll inhale the right leg up and back. And as we exhale, let's take the knee and touch the right arm as high as we can as we take a breath there. We'll inhale that leg up and back. And exhale as we take a lunge. Okay, then from there, we'll inhale into a high lunge. This is called Ashta Chandrasana, crescent lunge. So the front foot and knee point straight ahead. The knee is directly over the heel, and you can see my right thigh is approaching parallel with the ground. The crescent is in the back. So from my heel through my wrists, I'm trying to create a crescent shape. My shirt's a little baggy, so you might not see that, but if I do that, maybe you can see a little better. There's basically a half moon shape that's happening there in my back. The back heel is raised, but I'm not lifting it up. It's not this. It's not a ballet move. The heel is pressing toward the ground, stretching the calf muscle. Let's take a deep breath, and we exhale to the bottom of the push-up, making our way back to downward dog. Side two, we bring feet to touch and inhale the left leg up and back. As we exhale, we touch the knee high up on the left arm, and again take a breath or two here. Inhaling, we draw the leg up and back. Exhale as we lunge. Inhale to crescent lunge or high lunge. Take a deep breath in and exhale to the bottom of your push-up, making your way back to downward facing dog. From down dog, let's inhale to the toes. We're going to exhale to a seat. Inhale, arms and legs out in front of you, and exhale as you roll back onto your back. Once you're on your back, bend the knees and place the feet hip distance very close to the hips. So not out here, really, really close in, okay? And the feet and knees are hip distance. We'll keep our hands on the, we'll bend our arms and have our hands in the air, palms facing one another like so. Okay, this is the base position for many of the exercises we'll do today. So these are called glute bridges. We're going to learn the most basic shape. Hopefully will be easy for you and pain-free. If there's pain, you may need to modify or skip this today. Okay, so if there's any kind of pain or difficulty, keep working with the static first version, this first version. Very simple. Inhale, lift your hips up like so. Okay, it's called a glute bridge because your glutes are engaged in lifting you up. I know that it's been fashionable in some yoga circles to encourage students to not engage their glutes. I think this is a very bad idea. So we are squeezing our butt, lifting our hips up. If there's any pain in your knees, then again, you might need to adjust the width of your knees and your feet. Sometimes squeezing a block will help. Squeezing a block between your knees, you can try that. But for most people, the vast majority of people, if you're relatively healthy, you can do this free of pain, and you can hold this for quite some time. Notice if you're holding any tension in your face or your jaw. Tensing those muscles will not help you do the pose, so let them relax. Exhale, come down, cross the ankles and roll forward to the bottom of a push-up and make your way back to downward facing dog. From downward dog, inhale to the toes, and as you exhale, make your way to the front edge of the mat, step, jump, or float. Inhale up to standing back bend, and as you exhale, bring your hands to your heart, bend your knees for chair pose, and take a twist to the right, bringing your elbow over the knee or the thigh, sinking the hips down, extending through the crown of the head, pressing the right palm into the left and looking up over your right shoulder toward the ceiling. Good. Inhale all the way back up to standing back bend, so we come out of it completely. And exhale to the other side. Sometimes I call this a chair twist, sometimes I call it prayer twist. Okay, let's inhale back up to standing back bend. We exhale to forward fold. Inhale to half lift, or you can do crow pose here, Bakasana. And exhale to the bottom of your push-up, making your way back to downward facing dog. Okay, from down dog, spring feet to touch. We'll inhale the right leg up and back. As we exhale, touch the arm. Inhale up and back. Exhale, touch your forehead, chin, or nose, and hold and breathe. Good. Inhale the leg up and back. Exhale and lunge. And inhale to the crescent lunge, Ashta Chandrasana. Now exhale, hands to the heart, and take the left elbow over the right thigh. Very similar to what we were doing in the chair pose. So this is a rotated crescent moon pose, or rotated lunge pose, high lunge. Now, if you have long arms, you might be able to bind this pose. I don't have particularly long arms, so I'm not going to do that. But if you do, it can make it a little easier. Good. Let's take a nice breath in, and we exhale to the bottom of the push-up, making your way back to down dog. Side two, feet touch. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, the knee high up on the arm. Inhale, up and back. Exhale to the center, hold and breathe. Good. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, lunge. Inhale to high lunge. And then exhale, take a twist to the left this time. Good, deep breath in, and exhale, bottom of the push-up. Make your way to down dog. All right, from here, let's inhale to our toes. Exhale to a seat. Inhale, extend legs and arms, and exhale, back onto your back. Bring yourself into position for glute bridge. And remember, if there was any difficulty with that first variation, then keep refining that. Keep working with that. Otherwise, we'll now do what's called a dynamic glute bridge. So we inhale, lift those hips, squeeze our butt, and exhale, gradually come down. Coordinate the breath and the movement, breathing in and out through the nose, and using the breathing techniques that we learned at the very beginning of the class. This is a great way to strengthen the posterior chain, which is a kinetic chain of muscles that run along the backside of your body that include your glutes. So again, this focuses on the glutes, but it's by no means only involving your glutes. Good, the next time we come up, let's hold. And we exhale, come down. Again, cross the ankles and roll forward. Take the bottom of your push-up back to the downward facing dog. Okay, from down dog, let's inhale to the toes. We're going to exhale, step, jump, or float to the front edge of the mat. From there, we inhale up to our standing back bend, up and back. As we exhale, we twist to the right. Okay, and then from there, inhale, open the arms, and if possible, exhale, both hands to the ground. Notice that I still have contact of my left arm with my right knee. Hands are shoulder width, arms are bent, gaze is forward, and I very gradually shift weight from feet to my arm until the feet lift. Now, if that's too much for you, bring this elbow, your right elbow, into contact with your hip, okay? With your right hip. And then try it that way with 2 points of contact. For many people, this is an effective way to approximate the pose, even though it's not exactly how the posture should be done. Let's try the other side. So inhaling up, standing back bend, exhale into our chair twist. Inhale, open up those arms, and exhale to what's called Parsva Bakasana, side crow. Keep those knees bent, keep the legs together, keep looking up instead of down. Good. Let's inhale all the way back up to our standing back bend, up and back. And we exhale to forward fold. Inhaling to half lift, crow, or maybe handstand as we warm up. Exhale to the bottom of your push-up. Make your way back to downward facing dog. From downward dog, let's go ahead and bring our feet to touch. We'll inhale the right leg up and back. Let's exhale, touch the right arm. Inhale the leg up and back. Exhale, touch the center, the nose, chin, or forehead. Inhale up. Exhale as high up the opposite arm as you can. Hold and breathe. Good. Inhale that leg up and back. Exhale and lunge. Inhale to crescent lunge and exhale, hands to your hips. Straighten the front knee and step the back foot in until you can square the hips. Okay? Your feet can either be parallel on railroad tracks, or if you prefer, you can have heel to heel or heel to arch alignment with the left foot at a slight angle. Either one is correct. Hips are squared to the front edge of the mat, so if you had headlights on your hips, they're pointing straight ahead. Left hip forward, right hip back. And then, if possible, inhale the palms of the hands up between the shoulder blades, joining them together in a reverse prayer. If that's not possible for you, instead grab the opposite wrist or elbow and note which hand is on top and which hand is on the bottom. Take a nice deep breath, and as you exhale, come forward and down into Parsva. Inhale, look forward, bend the knee. Exhale, bottom of your push-up. Make your way back to downward facing dog. Side two, feet touch. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, left knee to left arm. Inhale. Exhale to the center. Inhale. Exhale to the opposite arm. Hold for a breath or two. Inhale the leg up and back. Exhale as you lunge. Inhale to crescent lunge, and then exhale, hands to hips, step the back foot in, straighten the front leg. Inhale, the hands up between the shoulder blades, if possible. And then exhale, forward and down, Parsva. Now what I'd really like you to get from this is the leg and hip position, because we'll repeat this later, coming into it a different way, but I want you to remember these legs, this base, if you will, okay? Inhale, look forward, bend the knee. Exhale, bottom of the push-up. Make your way back to downward dog. All right, from our downward dog, let's inhale to the toes. We'll exhale to a seat. Again, we inhale, arms and legs, and exhale, roll back. Set up in preparation for a glute bridge, and then inhale to the glute bridge. Now again, if the first glute bridge, the static one, is difficult, repeat and try and refine until you can do it without difficulty. Once you're there, begin trying the dynamic glute bridge, okay? Lifting the hips. And if that felt okay, now we add what's called a single leg march. So I inhale the right leg up, I keep it bent, exhale that leg down. Inhale, left leg, exhale that leg down. Nice and controlled. So we're not counting, we're not trying to do many repetitions of it. Notice the tendency of the hips to drop as we lift those legs. So we're going to keep those hips lifted up even as we lift the legs. Again, if something becomes challenging, instead of just stopping, really try and break down where the challenge is. Some people stop because they feel hot. Some people stop because their body begins to shake. Other people might feel bored and simply stop because they think they've done, a few repetitions of something, so they're bored and they want to stop. So just allow yourself to notice those impulses to stop something or to change something. Notice the judgments and again the emotions that come along with them. Good. Let's finish with the left leg up in the air, and then we exhale those hips down, cross those ankles, and take the bottom of our push-up back to downward facing dog. From down dog, let's inhale to our toes, and we'll exhale, step, jump, or float to the front edge of the mat. Inhaling up to our standing back bend. So we exhale, we'll bring our arms out like wings and bend the knees. And let's inhale the right ankle over the left thigh. Now, dropping those hips down, dropping our chest down, looking forward. We want to feel a stretch of the outside of our right glute or buttocks. There should be no pain in either knee, okay? Again, this foot is flexed. Arms are out. You can join index finger and thumb. And this is the balancing pigeon pose. Good. Let's inhale all the way back up to standing. And we exhale again. Coming down, inhale the left ankle over the right thigh. And exhale as you sink into that stretch for the hip. Good. Let's inhale all the way back up to our standing back bend. And exhale to a forward fold. Inhale, half lift, and exhale, bottom of the push-up. Make your way to downward dog. All right, from down dog, let's bring our feet to touch. Inhale, right leg up and back. Exhale, right knee, right arm. Inhale, lift. And exhale to the center. Inhale, exhale to the opposite arm. Kick it out, drop the back heel. Inhale the left arm up, that's fallen triangle. We exhale that hand and the hips down. Bend both knees to right angles. Bring the forearms to the ground. And this is the auspicious twist. And this may be enough twist for you. I hope you can see my spine is twisted. In order to take it a little further, left shoulder to the ground, palm up, right palm to left palm, pressing the right shoulder back, deepening the twist. Good. Now we bring our palms back to the ground, straighten out those legs. Inhale to fallen triangle. Exhale that hand down. Inhale the leg up and back. Exhale as you lunge. And then let's step that back foot in and straighten the legs. Remember I said that I want you to remember that stance that we created. So the hips are squared off, the legs are straight, the heels are down. Okay? From here, what we do is we inhale, extend through the crown of the head. Exhale, plant the left hand to the ground. And as we inhale, we bring that right arm up into a rotated triangle. Pavrita Trikonasana. So I have my sides are nice and long, my chest and belly are open, my gaze is up, my arms are in a 6 o'clock position. Legs are straight, heels are down. Feel free to use a block if necessary. Good. Exhale, bottom of the push-up, making your way back to the downward dog. Let's try the other side. So feet touch. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, left knee, left arm. Inhale that leg up and back. Exhale to the center. Inhale up and back. Exhale, opposite arm. Kick it out. Drop the back heel. Inhale, fallen triangle. And exhale, hips and hand to the ground. Bend those knees. Forearms to the ground. Okay, and then to go a little further, right shoulder to the ground, palm up. Left palm to right, pressing the shoulder back. Good. From there, the hands on the ground, the legs straight. We inhale the arm up and exhale that hand down.
Inhale the leg up and back. Exhale, lunge. Step the back foot in. Create the Parsva legs. Inhale, extend to the crown. Exhale, right palm to the ground. And inhale, left arm up into rotated triangle. Let's take a deep breath. We exhale, bottom of the push-up, making our way back to downward facing dog. All right, from our downward dog, let's inhale to the toes. We're going to exhale to a seat. Inhale, arms and legs, and exhale, roll back. Now we do what's called a frog bridge. So I bring the soles of my feet together. Please experiment with the position of the feet. It'll engage different muscles in the glute complex, whether you have your heels in close or your heels out far. Okay, so the arms are in the same position, and then just like the dynamic bridge, we inhale and lift up and exhale down. And again, we're squeezing our glutes as we lift up. So feel free to do a few, maybe with your feet out further, and then you can pull them in closer and try a few like that. See how that feels. And then maybe you do a few with the feet really far. Good, take a deep breath in, cross the ankles, exhale, roll forward to the bottom of a push-up, and make your way to down dog. All right, from downward dog, let's inhale to our toes. We exhale to the front edge of the mat. Inhale up to standing back bend, and exhale, sink down into our pigeon, okay, our flying pigeon. But this time, actually, let's bring our hands to the heart. Then we'll inhale, again, and we'll bring that right ankle over our left knee. And as we exhale, we're going to take our right elbow into the sole of that foot. Now, if you can't do that, that's okay. You just get as close as you can. So we're adding a twist. And then we'll inhale all the way back up to standing. And we exhale, hands to heart, bend those knees, inhale, left ankle over, and exhale. Don't be afraid to grab this foot and to use your hands to help you get the elbow into the sole of the foot. Good. We inhale all the way back up to standing back bend, and exhale to our forward fold. Inhale, half lift, crow handstand, exhale, bottom of our push-up. And we make our way back to the downward facing dog. All right, from down dog, let's go ahead and let's see here. All right. Oh, I actually jumped ahead, so that's all right. We'll just skip that part of it. From here, let's go ahead and Yeah, let's go ahead and bring our feet to touch. We're gonna inhale that right leg up and back. We exhale as we lunge, okay? And then we'll again step our back foot in, straighten out that leg. Inhale, extend to the crown. Exhale, drop that left hand. Inhale to fallen triangle, or no, sorry, to rotated triangle. We exhale that hand down, and now we lift that back leg up. Now notice how the leg is straight, and I'm pressing the heel back. Extend through the crown of the head, lengthen the spine. Exhale, I plant that left hand, and inhale, right arm up. Okay, so the rotated balancing half moon pose. Whoops. Good. Exhale, come on down and make your way back to down dog. And then we'll do the other side. So feet touch. We inhale that left leg up and back. Exhale as we lunge. Step that back foot in, creating Parsva legs. Inhale through the crown. Exhale, right hand. Inhale, left arm up. Rotated triangle. Exhale that hand down. Inhale, lift the leg, extend to the crown. Exhale, right hand down again. And inhale, left hand up. Good. Take a nice deep breath. Exhale. Bottom of your push-up. Make your way back to the down dog. Okay. We're in the home stretch. Let's inhale to the toes. We exhale to a seat. Inhale, extending arms and legs. And exhale as we roll back. All the way back. Good. And then once we are here, we again bring ourselves into position for glute bridge. Now as we do this last one, be sure there's no pain in your hips or back. Okay, so we inhale the right leg up straight and exhale, lower that leg without touching the ground. Inhale, we lift that leg. Exhale, we lower that leg. Good. Inhale, lift the leg, and exhale, come on down. Take a breath. Inhale, we'll lift those hips. And with the next inhalation, we extend that leg straight up, and we exhale, lower the leg. Now, if there's any pain, try it with your knee bent a bit. Okay, if there's any pain in your back, see if you can do it with that leg bent. Take a deep breath in and exhale, the leg and hips come down. Take a breath there and exhale, roll forward and Vinyasa back to downward dog. Okay, good. From here, let's inhale to our toes. We're going to exhale, front edge of our mat. Inhale all the way up to standing back bend. And we exhale, hands to our heart, bend those knees. Inhale the right ankle over the left thigh. Exhale as we twist. Inhale, open those arms. Exhale, hands to the ground, gaze forward. Lift the leg and straighten it. That's called Parsva, Bhuja, Dandasana. It's in English usually called the Grasshopper pose. Let's inhale back up. We exhale, bending those knees, other side. So again, if you can't do that, you don't want to just sit there watching me do it. Figure out what you can do, how close you can get. Maybe repeat one of the earlier things we did that you found challenging. All right. All right, beautiful work, everybody. Let's inhale up to our standing back bend. Exhale to our forward fold. Let's inhale, half lift. We're going to exhale back onto our back. Good. I'm going to bring those legs in, give them a nice squeeze. I recommend you move a little bit. Shake it off. And then from there, we extend our arms out to the sides. Keep the knees together and just drop them down to the left as you look to your right. Close your eyes, let your breathing be natural. Good. Inhale, knees back to center. Exhale them off to the other side. So inhale, knees back to center. We'll grab the soles of the feet for a little happy baby. And then when you're ready to relax, unwind onto your back. Set your timer for 6 minutes. Center your head, close your eyes, tuck your chin, take your palms up, and spend the next 6 minutes in stillness.